I was talking to a friend of mine, and they told me about this class, and it seemed really amazing. It was a way to incorporate different board sports and the action sports sort of community into a PE class. And it was a class where we could design and build, be very creative in how we put together boards, but also experience riding boards.
Well, longboarding is something that has interested me for a while, and Satri and I were talking about getting it started, and it just sounded really exciting. And a bunch of my friends also thought it was the same way, really exciting. So we all just wanted to join it together and start it up and be like the test group.
If the weather's nice, usually we're outside riding, and if the weather's not as nice, sometimes we're inside building either snowboards, longboards, or paddleboards.
You really get to work on like your passion project with each project, because there are things that some of my friends are really good at that I'm not, and so we're in a group together, and they kind of take the reins on that, and I take the reins on other stuff.
In class, when we're working on projects, we are painting, designing, building, working out some of the math with how to fit everything together. It's really cool because it's learning and applying stuff in a way that I've never done before.
This is our first year for the class, and so we're all learning together. The students have tons of input. They're way smarter than I am about all this stuff, so they've been able to think critically about a lot of different things, and we've been able to kind of work together. We've been able to do Zoom calls with the owner of Vans, some people in Patagonia, Red Bull, and GoPro.
It's really neat to hear the experience that they've shared with us and tips and ideas for how we can be better at what we're doing.
I definitely thought of it as kind of a lofty idea to think you're going to meet the executives at these snowboard and skateboard brands, be able to hear directly from them, and then have some of our questions answered. Gunboarding
held a contest in like November, and it was for all the gunboarding schools. It was an art contest, and the theme was to design the cover of a skateboard for the year 2020. So my idea with the board was to just have a bunch of people all together, kind of unity type thing, a bunch of people from different races and backgrounds and people who all look different, just because the year 2020 had some tension in it and people were fighting, but everybody kind of wants to just be together. And since it was 2020, I just put a mask on everyone to show what year it was, because I think everyone's going to remember that about that year. I'm somebody who is interested in the things that like gunboarding encompasses, but I've seen people who'd never gotten on a board before really fall in love with the class and all the things about it. So I'd recommend it to all kinds of people. So it's really great that, and kind of crazy that we're the only private school doing this class, from California to Michigan. Without the help of donors, without the help of administration at GCA, none of this would be possible. Administration thinking outside the box with me about education and how it can be done differently than just the traditional model, allowing us to have 2 class periods during the school day back to back so that we can get out and do things or stay here and really get a lot done is huge for what we're doing. And without that flexibility and willingness to kind of take a step out in faith, none of this would have been possible. So, man, the donors, huge thanks to them, and to the administration at GCA for being willing to work with me and see kind of a vision for this.